Welcome to the GTP. My name is Scott, where we talk all things manga, and I'm so excited to share with you my 3,000 plus manga collection room tour. Now, the community has spoken, and resoundingly you asked for one giant long video, so because of that we have one giant long video showing off my entire collection instead of breaking it up into different chunks. But below you, if you want to click on the description, I'll go ahead and I'll break each shelf up into chunks for you there, so that can hopefully give you a little bit more bite size if you need to take a break from this video. Now, during the room tour, in the comments below, I'd love to know from you, what are some of your favorite series that you saw, as well what are some recommendations that you think I should pick up and check out. Now, if you look at this series, the majority of the series I picked up was based off of other people's recommendations, and I'm so glad I did. I had broadened my search where I found so many different things I never would have expected if I was just trying to branch out narrowly on my own. So with that said, sit back, grab a cup of coffee or tea or water, relax, and let's go ahead and get started. Hi, okay, first you might be wondering, Scott, how do you organize your collection? And the truth is, I'm just trying to get everything to fit, as I have 5.5 Billy bookshelves and I'm just completely out of room. So because of that, I just fit it in any way I can. There is no organizational system, except I try to get all the same series together. Let's go ahead and check it out here. As you can see, I have Lone Wolf and Cub. This is complete. I'm so glad these were reprinted recently. I also have Sephora of the End. This is through 26. This is a Vampire Hunter series. Spy X Family 1 through 9. This is so comical. I love this series. I just wish the volumes came out a little faster. Touring After the Apocalypse. We have the first 2 volumes here. This series reminds me almost like a Studio Ghibli film, but as a manga, it's a slice of life. If you like Girls Last Tour, I highly recommend checking it out. This is Dan to Dan. We have 1 through 4. This has been one of my favorite newer series that have come out. I did not like volume 1, but it's continued to grow, and it's just been a fun series. And you might be wondering, Scott, what's behind all of this? Well, great question. Let's go ahead and start moving things out, so you can see the beauty that I am hiding behind Lone Wolf and Cub. And the first thing you'll see here is we have Black Butler. This is 1 through 20. This series, I got the first 15 next to nothing. So I was like, why not? Let's check it out. And then I needed free shipping, so I grabbed a couple other volumes at the car out of clearance sale. You saw, if you watched my recent haul video, out of print, I end up getting majority of Rave Master through volume, I believe, 26. Missing 16 and 23 here, which are a bit expensive. They're about 30 to 50 each for those volumes. And then the rest of the series is 60, 70, 80, or even $100 for each one. So that's because I don't have any more. And I grabbed this on a whim from, if you saw from my last haul video, I half price books for $5. I said, why not? Let's go ahead and try out that series. Now, pulling from these shelves here, this is going to be all one series, which is a thing of beauty in itself. And this is Skip Beat. Now, you might be wondering, Scott, why haven't you read such a great series? And you're right, I should read this series. And the reason why we haven't done Skip Beat is I'm missing volume 35, which is not here, and I'm missing volume 16. Now, there's a little bit of room on the shelf, as you see, for those 2 volumes. But man, I'm so excited to start this series. As soon as I get those volumes, I will stop everything else I'm reading, and we'll go ahead and check out Skip Beat. All right, on to the next 2 shelves here. Now, you might be wondering why I don't have books in front of these, and the reason why is when I put this here, it sticks out just enough where it'd kind of smush it if I were to go ahead and just completely close this door, just pressing on that a bit. So because of that, these books are just a little larger, and I can't do that. But let's go ahead. Here's Black Lagoon. Think this is on hiatus-ish. Haven't started that one yet. I love, these are all my Eyes Press series. I did put these together. These are my manhwa. Manhwa's incredible if you haven't checked out any yet, but Villain Are Destined to Die, so good. Tomb Raider King, this is like Solo Leveling, amazing. Remarried Empress, also amazing. World After the Fall, first one's okay, second one I'm super intrigued. The Boxer, first one okay, second one super intrigued. This is What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. that I haven't started yet, but I want to soon. Solo Leveling 1 through 6. This series is incredible, and you'll see later on, actually, on my to-read pile, I just finished Solo Leveling 7. It just came out. It's going to be on my next haul video. Phenomenal series, hand down. Probably on the verge of my top 10. Why Raylena ended up at the Duke's Mansion. This made my #1 new series that came out. Phenomenal. Oh, you've got to check this out. If you haven't read these yet, this is... Man, we're getting prime stuff from Eyes Press. Highly recommend. Yen Press is from the same line as Eyes Press. Going forward, you'll see here I have Humoculus. This is the... I liked it, but at the same time, it got kind of dark, so I'm not sure if I'll continue the series. We'll find out. Here's Gangsta. This is complete. Series is on hiatus. Hopefully, it'll continue on Horizon. This should probably fit over here, since it's a manhwa as well. Super sad, depressing, but I heard it's an incredible series. Only 3 volumes. First one came out. As you see here, we have a little Lego set of Thor, the God of Thunder himself. This is from the Avengers. I just thought it was fun. I like this when he was overweight and sad and just with the TV. So this was so comical. I loved how they portrayed Thor in that video. So because of that, that's why I have this little Lego set here. But with that said, here's Misunu Koku. Here's volume 1 through 10. Kowloon, generic romance, first volume okay, but the series has continued to improve. Blue Lock, this is one of my favorite sports series that's currently out. Kind of like a battle royale, but with soccer. So good. Mangas of the Library. This is an amazing series. I've heard so many good things. I've not started yet. Shame on me. The one a lot of manga tubers love. I need to start reading it. Blue Flag. This is 1 through 8. This is complete. This is a romantic triangle series. Another one I haven't started. Need to. Shame on me. Azadoza. This is the omnibus. There's only one. It's just I was starting to collect series so I can hopefully tell you guys what are great one-shot series or series that don't have too many volumes that you can check out. This is by the same creator as Yotsuba, which is one of my kids' favorite manga series. So that's why I picked that one up as well. Okay, now moving on, as you see here, we'll go ahead and go to these 2 shelves. There is lovely treasures behind. So first we'll check out, here's Hina Matsuri here, 1 through 18. I have not started this series yet, no excuses, but there's supposed to be only 2 or 3 more volumes. I'm gonna just start the series since I'm already this close when it's finished. 07 Ghosts, I have 1 through 17. These are not by Viz. Viz is supposed to reprint the series. Hopefully that way I'll get all the lovely spines to match. This is a shoujo series that was highly recommended to me when I shared my top 10 series of all time. People said, hey Scott, if those are the series you like, you're going to want to check out 07 Ghosts. So that's why I have it, but I have not read it yet. Here's Toilet Bound 1 through 10. This is a box. I assure you, if we open up and look inside, I do have the volumes from my unboxing. I don't just say, here's a series and get rid of it from unboxing, but I do keep it, and I'm just waiting to read it. I have no excuse. And if you're like, what is behind this lovely door of 07 Ghost? Well, my friends, let me show you what I have here. And this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! I got this for my son. He has loved reading this series so far, but I'm missing the 9th volume right here. So he read all the way here, stopped, and just dying for it to be reprinted so he can continue the series. But I got this mostly for him, but I do want to read it as well. And then we're just slide these over here. We have Requiem of the Rose King, another shoujo series. Now I'm missing volumes 3 and I'm missing volume 5, so because of that I have not started this series yet. Once I get that, I do want to pick this up. We have Dia Dark. Dia Dark is by the same creator as Dorohedoro. So funny, definitely not for kids. It's super interesting premise. It's one, if you've not checked it out, there's only 5 volumes out right now. You've got to check it out. And then we have Amamati here. Now, I bet I'm butchering that. This is a series of an artist. I love artist type of series. Blue Period, you'll see later on, is one of my favorite artist series. Because of that, I wanted to get another one. This only has 5 volumes. It was on the birthday sale at Rise of Anime. Have not read it yet, but that's why I picked it up. And then speaking of more josei, or shoujo, we have Snow White with the Red Hair. This is one of my daughter's favorite series. My daughter who's 7 loves the series, so I picked it up especially for her. And then more of a josei instead of a shoujo is Nana 1 through 21. These are all complete with what's currently available. Currently on hiatus for 10 plus years. Snow White Red Hair is now on hiatus, but I believe it'll only be for a short time. And I know you're dying to know what's behind this door. Well, thanks for asking. And behind this lovely door here is, we have all of Haiku. This is complete. This series has been recommended by so many people, and you might be thinking, Scott, why haven't we started this yet? And you know, I'm asking myself the same thing because I have not started this lovely series yet, but it's one I do want to start with, along with so many other series I got. I just got this for an incredible sale at Takara. This is increasing their prices, so this is the time to get if you've been on the fence. It's going to be 20% more soon. And then I got Living Stone 1 through 4. This is a detective series. If you're looking for more of a shorter series, but on the detective, it's one you'll want to check out as well. Okay, now moving on to the very bottom, and we have the first shelf complete. Congratulations if you've even made it this far. We right now have Dr. Stone. This is complete, as long with a one-shot, which gives a little bit of past about his father here. Phenomenal series. Now, after this one, it kind of went down a little bit, but I would say overall, I did enjoy the series, and I'm satisfied with its conclusion. It had a conclusion, you can be satisfied enough. Again, all the way up here, great, and then it does go down, but still enjoy Dr. Stone. Here is Mashal, which just finished in Japan, I believe it was 17 volumes. This is a Harry Potter 1/One Punch Man style manga, so if you're looking more of a comedy with some action, this might be a series for you. Here's Helk 1 through 3. I love the first volume. This was incredible, and then the other volumes have been okay. The first volume had a lot of humor, which I was hoping they'd continue, which has not. And I just noticed here is that this is a little darker than these two. I don't know why they did that, but the coloring seems to be off from this, but that's okay. But this is Helk series. I've enjoyed the first volume. I'm enjoying the series. Only 12 volumes total, so I'm hoping it continues to get good again. We have Attack on Titan, the Colossal Edition. These are big, they are bad, and man, they are heavy. But this has Attack of the Titan complete. I got so sucked into the anime. I loved it so much. I could not wait for the final season, part 3, 4, 5. So I was like, I'm just going to get the series so I can finish reading it. So Attack on Titan, phenomenal, very interesting series. I know a lot of people did not like how it ended, but I appreciate the author's take where they're going here. Here's Sailor Moon. This is the Eternal Edition. So you might be wondering, Scott, where's number 9 here? Well, my daughter is currently reading that upstairs. I got this for her, and she has just loved this series. Tells me all about it. She now has a Sailor Moon necklace, a Sailor Moon wallet. My guess is more Sailor Moon will be coming in our future. This is next, A Silent Voice. This is the collector's edition. I did a review video, Silent Voice. This is so good, brought me to tears so many times. A lot of people, it's in their top 10. It's not my top 10, but this was phenomenal. And then I have, this is Blame. This is the Master Edition. It's complete. This is just absolutely gorgeous. Now what's neat is the author was originally an architect, and you can see it just with the drawings, all the architecture in it. So I really appreciate about this edition just how large it is for the pictures, because you want this in bigger print so that you can see all the details in the architecture. It's phenomenal. It's a story where it doesn't have a whole lot of words. You really want to take your time just reading, just captivating the pictures, get lost in the world itself. 6 volumes total. It's a very, very fast read. And I know you're wondering what's behind this door, so we'll go ahead and peek through here. As I move these over, we'll go ahead and we'll see I have GTO. This is the early days. This is because I got them out of print for $3 a volume. Here's Basara 2. I got this for $5. Hopefully one day I'll have more of that as we continue to have the manga explode here and make lots of noise. We're going to go ahead and move on. We have Moriarty. This is Patriot through number 12 here. Haven't started this yet, but because Viz is increasing their prices, I wanted to pick up and check out Noise. This is a prequel to Blame, which we saw here. I wish they did a master edition. It's also weird that this is they did a hardcover for it, but I'm just glad it's been reprinted. This is Dead Man Wonderland. It's a series I've been wanting to start reading right away. I did a community poll asking you what series you wanted to see me read next, and Dead Man Wonderland was on the very bottom, so because I haven't read it yet, yes, I'm blaming the community for it. I need to read this soon. I'm actually currently reading Blue Giant, which you'll see soon. That's going to be another future review video. And then we have Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. This was recommended by so many people. I'm so glad 7 Seas reprinted, so because of that, I haven't read it yet, but that's why I picked that one up. And guys, congratulations, you made it this far. This is through shelf 1. Now we're going to go into the half a shelf, and then we'll go ahead and continue to move on in the video. Okay, now we are checking out the half shelf Billy. And I know some people might be wondering, what are these? And these lovely glass doors you can get at IKEA, and it's called an Oxford door. And you can go ahead and just add this to the shelf you want. I think it's a nice aesthetic, as well as keeps less dusting collecting from your books. Let's go and look at the bottom here. We have the lovely hardcovers of Battle Angel Alita. This is a phenomenal deluxe edition. Truly has done great. Here's Ping Pong. This is 2 volumes. And then I have Tower of God. This is a good webtoon series. It's one of the most popular of all times. Now, the first one I have read. Second one I've not read yet, just because it was so long in between. I decided I need to reread 1 before I can do 2, and I saw that third one's coming out soon. So I'm going to not read the second one. Once the third one comes out, I'm just going to read all 3 of them together, and probably maybe even do a small quick review just to tell you about the series. Everything is fine. This is a tension horror type of webtoon series. I thoroughly enjoyed this first volume. It's a very quick, fast read, but pretty good. Excited to find out what happens next. Then we have, this is not really a manga per se, but kind of a story, almost like a children's story a bit, from Studio Ghibli. This is before they had Studio Ghibli, before the films. This is a book they made. It's just absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, one you want to check out. And then we also have the Yakuza Fiancé 1 through 3. Haven't started that yet. Next we have here, this is the sequel to Battle Alita Battle Cry Angel. Battle Angel Alita. This is the Last Order. I don't know why I said Battle Cry. This is the sequel to it, so that's complete. They did the omnibuses for the first 5, and then for some reason Kodansha decided to go with singles for the last of them right over there. Okay, now moving on to this next shelf here. With Kakeshi here, we are missing several of the volumes, so that's why I haven't read this series yet. Here's more here. This is Hayate, the Combat Butler. I started collecting the series. These are mostly the out-of-print volumes are all here. Then I got volume 1. I know you're dying to know what's behind all this goodness. First we have here, this is the Saga of Tanya of Evil. We have 1 through 19 here. This is a isekai series, so if you're looking for another isekai series, this is one that is thoroughly popular. There is a light novel as well, but because I'm dyslexic, I prefer the manga. Instead of I'm going to read a novel, I probably would read an actual novel, not a light novel. This is Golden Sheep. This was recommended to me from one of my lovely, another manga tuber. Oh, it feels so nice, the glossiness on these. This is a lovely, just 3 volumes total story, so if you're looking for something shorter, more of a shoujo, this is one you'll want to check out. Now, taking off of this shelf here, we have The Daily Lives of High School Boys. This is a comedy gag series, so if you're looking for a comedy manga. And then we also have here Horimiya 1 through 16. This is complete. I'm so happy they finally finished the series. Final volume here from Yen Press. Oh, if you're looking for a good series, this might be the next one for you if you've been on the fence. Highly recommend checking out. And there's an anime as well, but not much of an... I mean, I could watch the anime, but I like reading the manga. Just for some reason, there's always things... Anime seem to drag a little longer, so this is one of those series that I would probably read it if you were on the fence between the two. Now moving on, this is one of my more rare series. If you're like, Scott, what do you have that's rare that's out of print? This is one that man, I love these spines as well, but this is Roni Kenshin. Now, volume 9, this is almost impossible to find, as well as volume 8. These are more expensive. They go for anywhere from $50 to $100 each, so maybe not that rare. These ones I got slowly for around $20 each just through looking through Mercari, as well as Amazon, just going through the used. Check it every day. That's a great way to find series that are out of print. I actually had a full video on it you can check out if you want to see how to find manga used for better prices. And then we have here this kind of gambling apocalypse. Dempa finally made the 4th one after the first 3 are out. I pre-ordered this almost 2 years ago and it finally came out. So I actually haven't started the series. I'm waiting now for the 5th volume, which Dempa just said that is going to the printer. So once a 5-1, I have a 5-volume rule. I'm going to read the 5 volumes and then tell you what I think. If you should check out the series. Here's Soul Eater. Now Soul Eater, I was on the fence whether or not I wanted to get the yen press or the Square Enix. This is the hardcover, and after going to the bookstore and actually physically holding and checking out the hardcovers, I was just like, wow, this is incredible. It feels good in your hands. It's about 1.5 volumes each, so because of that, I went and I'm now collecting the hardcovers of this series by the same creator as Fire Force. Okay, now to the last of this shelf and a half. We start off with Mob Psycho 100. Anime is phenomenal. If you haven't read the manga, there's 16 total. Dark Horse is slowly taking their time, plus Rain, which is probably one of my favorite characters, just hilarious. Eye Shield, these are the volumes that are currently not in between prints right now. The whole series should be reprinted. I went and picked up this series because of Right Stuff Anime is going to be upping their prices. When this is reprinted, it will be the new price. So if you're on the fence, I would just back order the entire series from Right Stuff Anime. If you use a credit card, they won't charge you until it ships. So that's what I would do right now. If you haven't already, just get a 10% coupon and I assure it'll be worth it. This is a one-shot. I want to eat your pancreas. I hear I need tissues for this one. I have not read that yet, but I need to. And when I say I have not read that yet, I'll probably need to for all of them. What's behind this lovely door here, you ask? Well, this is the Case of the Vantice. This is a vampire series. If you're wondering what are some of my favorite spines, this series has some of my favorite spines. This is, man, just absolutely gorgeous artwork. I love the different colors, how the palettes here. My wife, when she saw this volume, she's like, man, that looks interesting. So this is Case Vantice. This is also from the same author that brought us Pandora Hearts. So if you're looking for another series that's kind of like the Pandora Hearts, this is one to check out. As well as Aohu Rider. This is a shoujo series, very popular. Love the art style. So if you're looking for another shoujo series, this is one that a lot of people recommend, and I would highly recommend checking out as well. Speaking of last, we have, this was on my last haul video, Death Mount Death Play. This is an isekai series. These are sealed. Obviously haven't read them yet, but my guess is it's not good if it's sealed. Probably not looking forward to. Might not be for me if it being sealed. Might be a little too much. This is Bakemonogatari. This series I collected. I picked up, I think it was through 14 or 15. It was on a Right Stuff Anime birthday sale last year. It's one that I was on the fence. I heard people just absolutely love the light novel, but because I struggle with reading, I was like, let's go ahead and pick up the manga series, and it just might not be for me, as some of it is just a little too much fan service for my taste or that I can handle, and just felt a little gross because I have not read this series yet. Just, it didn't say fan service on the My Anime list, at least when I was originally looking. Maybe I missed it, but I was more than I was expecting. Not for me. Here's Heavenly Delusion. Just waiting to get the 5th volume, and then I'm going to go ahead and read the series and then give a small review to let you know if this is something you should pick up. The anime just did very, very well, so if you're on the fence wondering from Dempa, the anime just came out, but this series I do want to read and check out soon. And because it's a room tour video, I think it'd be good to show you not only the manga, but what's on top of the shelves as well. And I will say, if you're getting any value from this video, would you just smash that like button to let me know that you like this video? On the top left, I have a Monkey Kid Lego set. I am into Legos, something I do with my wife and my family from here and there. Then I have this lovely painting that I got from a friend in college. Then we have the Nausea Valley of the Winds. This is the box set. As well, I have Izuku Midoriya action figure that was given to me. I'm not really a big figure person, but because it was gifted to me from a friend, I thought it was worth putting in the collection. And then I have from Harry Potter Lego set. And then I am a Star Wars fan. I used to huge Star Wars fan as a kid. So with that, I have the action figures of the Emperor, and then we have lovely Luke Skywalker, hopefully to slay him down. I got these actually for my office at another job, and I just loved having them displayed. And then when I moved my office at home, I went and took those off of my desk and put them here. And then I have another lovely Lego set of a fishing village. I do enjoy fishing from time to time. But let's go ahead and keep going on what you're most excited about the most is checking out more manga. So we're going to open up these lovely glass shelves here. And let's go ahead and start off with one that needs no introduction. It took forever, but Maid-sama, this is complete, the 2-in-1 editions. This took like a year and a half to be reprinted, but this is another shoujo series. Oh, they're together. Huh, I wonder what happens at the end of the series. I wish they didn't show pictures of what happens at the end, but they're together on this, so maybe they don't end up together after all. But that series there, I have never showed this in a haul video because I was almost embarrassed that I got it after opening this one. I realized this series is probably not for me. This is off the birthday sale. This is the omnibus edition of the Crusade Corpse delivery service. Now, Dark Horse said they're going to keep reprinting ongoing of the series. I have not seen any mention of the 6-1, so who knows if that will keep happening or not. Dark Horse, sometimes they seem flaky when they say they're going to continue the series and it just gets dropped, so haven't heard anything when the 6-1 comes out, but I may not even keep the series. But again, I got it because of the birthday sale. 100 Girlfriends Who really love you 1 through 6. The anime is out right now. People have loved, said it was hilarious. I picked this up due to just hearing other manga tubers say how good it is. I have 1 through 6. I have not started this yet. This is one I'm actually itching to read really soon. I'm currently reading Blue Giant. I will get that one afterwards. This is Shadow House. I got this because I just thought the covers looked absolutely beautiful. I believe the anime, there's a first season. The 4th volume just came out. I do want to start this one right away. I just got so much manga in at the same time. I didn't start that yet. This is Dragon Head. This is another rare out of print series. You're like, oh, what do you have that's rare? Well, I have Dragon Head. I got this on a super good sale. I think I paid, let's say around 100 something for all 10 of them, which around $10 for a series that's out of print is just great. Undead Unluck, here's 1 through 11. I have not started the series yet. I got this because Roger Bass said on his YouTube channel this won his manga of the year. I think I disagree. I think Witch Hat Atelier probably should have been #1. I actually started reading the first volume, and because of in one of the pictures in the first volume, I immediately just stopped. So we'll show, why did Scott stop? Well, as you see right here, his hand is in the girl. I just felt, it just turned me off. It almost felt like harassment. So because of this here being, and when I opened it, I read the first chapter and I was like, this series is probably not for me. Just, she doesn't even seem, I mean in the picture she seems horrified by it, but somehow this just, after seeing this in the very front, I just did not feel good about Undead Unluck. But people have said over and over that the series actually gets really good. So I'm gonna look past that and try to, and then hopefully the series is good. Now, Beyond Journey's End is incredible, is getting an anime. You've got to check out the series if you've not already. This series deals with this girl who the heroes have defeated the Demon King, and it's 50 years later. These people have passed on, and now she is continuing, these two have passed on. He's up there in age, and you get to see just what goes on now beyond the journey, as she is now still alive as an elf. For them, it was a lifetime spent together. For her, it was a blink. And you just see 50 years later on, just the aftermath after they save the world. So good. Defrag. I recently got this series. I got the first 2 volumes from Half Price Books. This is like an otaku series of a bunch of gamers. I love board games, I love video games, and I love otaku and manga, so I was like, hey, this looks really good. You might be wondering, Scott, why do we have these stickers here? Well, this is silly, but I actually been wanting to do a video showing you the best way to remove these things, and best way to get rid of yellowing. I have not made that video yet. So that's why I still have these stickers on here, because I want to do some testing. And you might be wondering, Scott, what's behind door number 1? Well, behind door number 1 is... First is this one volume that I got for free. I have not read this yet. I got a cheat skill in Another World and became the unrivaled in the real world too. I just need to check that out, but it was free. It was given at the Yen Press panel, so that's why I have this Orange. This was one of my top series of all time. Man, it's incredible. It's short. You got to read Orange if you haven't already. So good. This is the very last one. They say it's the last one. They said this was going to be the last one, but it was not. Now they say this is the last one and the series is actually done. She did not get the boy. The main character here did not go with the boy that I was rooting for, but that's okay. I'm not going to spoil it for you on who she ends up with, but it's a series that you should check out if you're not already. So good. And then I have a series that took forever to collect just because it was out of print for so long, and that is Blue Exorcist that we see here. I have not started the series yet, and I can't believe some out-of-print volumes just fell on the ground. That's embarrassing. Hopefully they're not dented. Eternal Sabbath. This is a series that not many people know about, but this is actually from the same creator as Mars, and it's a little easier to get. I picked up the series based off of recommendations from you guys, my viewers. When I showed my top 10 collection of all time, I had someone say, Scott, this is your top 10, if you feel these are the ones you love the most, you've got to read Eternal Sabbath. It's only 8 volumes. I have not read this yet. The reason why I didn't pick this up right away is it took me a while to collect these volumes because they're out of print. But I now have all the volumes. There is no excuses. This should be on the top of my list, and I just have not read that yet. Now let's go ahead and check out what is behind door number 2 here, and hopefully not too many things fall off the shelf for you this time. I know I might be scarring some people here. They're like, oh, don't drop any more of these beautiful books, but I have Astro Lost in Space 1 through 5. This series, it was okay. I give it I think it's 6.5 out of 10. It's one of my first review videos you can check out if you want to know more of that series. Parasite, I love the anime, so I went and picked up the manga. They have the lovely hardcover edition, so if you've not picked up the series yet and you want to check out Parasite, I would probably go with the new hardcovers that are out right now. And then I have Chainsaw Man 1 through 11. If you're like, Scott, how did you organize this shelf? Well, to be honest, how I organized this shelf originally was nothing else was going to fit. This fits perfectly here. I didn't have to move anything, but Chainsaw Man Part 2 came out, so I'm now going to have to move this because I did appreciate I didn't have to move anything off the back of this. It's just going to be permanently like this. Manga Kill, this is one that was recommended to me. I have not started reading yet. Another one, I don't know why, but is on my back pile to go ahead and read this series. So as you see, this is the part of the shelf number 3, the first 2. Let's go ahead and keep on going. Okay, now we're on to these lovely shelves here. There is nothing, as you can see, behind the doors because, as you see here, this barely fits. It sticks out just a smidge, so I can't do any more. Even if I do this, it sticks out as well. Doesn't fully close the doors, unfortunately. So that's because, or that's why we don't have anything here. Here's Monster. This was my last video. If you're wondering what I think of Monster, I just posted a review of this. You can check out. Nikurasara is one of my favorite manga authors of all time. Here's Asadora. Now this series is ongoing. It is slowly coming out. I actually have not read this series yet. It's by my favorite author of all time, and I just read Monster for the favorite time. 20th Century Boys is my favorite by him, followed by Pluto. I do need to read this one, but as the volumes are slowly coming out, I wonder how long it's going to take for this series to finish. This is that time I got Reincarnated as a Slime 1 through 21. I love this series. I actually have a review I posted not too long ago of this series if you want to know my thoughts, but this is just a fun series. Next, I have Sakura Journey West. This is a lovely hardcover edition of the series. If you're going to get this is on a Right Stuff anime birthday sale. I was just so stoked for how affordable it was, and these hardcovers are really nice, so that's why I picked up this series. This is Sweat and Soap. If you're looking for an adult rom-com series, this is one that you should check out. And then we have Grand Blue Dreaming. I actually have done a review of this, but I have not posted it yet. So Scott, you're wondering what my next review video, it's been done. It just hasn't been uploaded or hasn't been published, but this is Grand Blue Dreaming. This is a series that'll make you laugh, make you cry, as well as moments of cringing. Just like I showed you with Undead Unluck, there are some scenes in the series that just I just felt really gross where might be which volume. One of these volumes here might be this one where he threatens and says, hey, if you don't turn the radio station, I'm going to go ahead and just grope you. And that I just felt so ill. So I've enjoyed the series. I've fallen in love with the characters on Grand Blue Dreaming, but I did not feel right. I just did not. There's just so many moments of just cringe-worthiness of harassment that it's been actually hard for me to continue reading this series. It's on the fence where sometimes I'm like, man, this is so funny. And other times, man, this is just so wrong. Afterwards, we have Insomniac After School. I have volume 1 and 2. I've actually thoroughly enjoyed. If you're looking for a new slice of life series that only has a few volumes out, highly recommend checking out. This just came out this year. I've definitely enjoyed the first 2 volumes. And then Shojin Volume 1 and Volume 2. This series, I'm not 100% sure what I think. The third volume was better. The second volume, just one of the characters just did not, was a little too wacky for me. As you see, the enemy here is this person that turned into a baseball player, and that just might not be for me. I just had a hard trouble getting into it and taking it seriously. So I don't know if I'm going to continue this series or not, but I am reading the volumes as they come out. And again, the third one, which you don't see here, I think it's in my next haul video, I did think it was better. Okay, moving on to the shelves here, we have a certain magical index 1 through 26. This is complete so far. Man, this series was, some of these volumes are very, very hard to collect. I'm so glad I finally got this series. Now, people say the light novel is 100 times better than the manga, but because of dyslexia, I figured it would just take so long. Although, the collector's edition of this, if Yen Press gave it to me or asked me if I wanted, I'd get in a heartbeat, and I would try to really push myself to read through that, even though I knew it would be a bit of a struggle. A certain Scientific Accelerator, which is a spin-off, and then a certain Scientific Railgun Astro Buddy, which is another spin-off, and then another isekai, because I love isekais. We have ReZero. This is complete with the manga so far. And then another lovely isekai is apparently Delusion Avengers Will Save the World. If you like RPG style, it's not technically an isekai, but it feels like an isekai. This has been good so far, and man, this has been one of my favorite series that's come out this year. Welcome to Demon School 1 and 2. I was laughing so hard. I kind of want to see the anime. There's 3 seasons. This series has over 30 volumes in Japan, so it's going to be a while for the US to catch up, but I'm very, very glad it came out. And then last but not least, from Yen Press, they finally reprinted this series after so long. Where some of these volumes, Half Price Books had this volume alone for $75. I was like, no way. But this is complete as well. Blood Layout, if you're looking for another type of battle, vampire, undead sort of series. But let's go ahead and check out what's behind these doors here, because I know you're wondering what's behind all this. Why, look at this. We have D. Greymand. Wow. Well, D. Greymand is a series that I wanted for a really long time, and because it was out of print, I did not get a chance yet to read it. And it finally came back in print. I just haven't gotten to it. Then we have a certain Scientific Railgun, which is another kind of spin-off series, sort of, from a certain magical index 1 through 17. I'm hoping soon, man, by next year, shame on me if I don't, I want to give you a review series of each of these individual, and then let you know, as the umbrella together, what do I think of all the manga together. So that's what we have there. And then I know you want to know what's behind here. Well, behind here is Eden Zero. Again, my philosophy, or how I organize, is I just need everything to fit, because these are the only shelves I have and we're running out of room. This is just where we're at in the process. But we have Eden Zero here. This is from the same person who made Rave Master, which you saw where I have most of the volumes. The other one's extremely hard to find, but this is his newer series that is on the last arc right now. So this is kind of like a sci-fi and space series. And then we have, move these over, I have Queen's Quality. Man, I'm so happy. Volume 2 finally got reprinted. So now I'm just waiting for QQ Sweeper number 1. Once I have QQ Sweeper number 1, like skip beat. This is a series I want to drop everything I'm doing and read this series. QQ Sweepers, the prequel. I feel it'd be wrong to read Queen's Quality without. I'm still waiting for the prequel for Volume 1. Hopefully they'll be reprinted soon. This is a shoujo series that just people so much talk about. And this is Kiwangen. This series I have not... I have read the series all the way through 6. I actually did not like this series and I was about to drop it, but Volume 5 and 6 were so much better. I usually have a 5-volume rule, and I'm glad I kept the series going on right now, as I am now starting to enjoy the series. For me, if it's a series that a lot of people like, but I'm not enjoying, I want to at least understand why do people like it. So because I want to understand why people do like a series, I will read a series, even if it's not something I'm thoroughly enjoying, until I can at least see the good on why someone else would enjoy that series. So that's why I have a 5-volume rule, and I'm actually glad I kept reading this. Okay, my friends, we are now on the bottom of shelf number 3. Congratulations if you've made it this far in the video. Like I said before, if you're seeing any value from this, if you appreciate this long video, would you just smash that like button to let me know you do appreciate this? So let's go ahead and check out what I have. First is Carnival 1 through 14. This is complete Yen Press. Some of the volumes were out of print, but then Yen Press brought it back. I'm so glad they did that, especially as when the last volume was nearest completion to come out. This series is actually a josei series instead of shoujo. It's kind of like if you're looking for a josei series that would scratch the same itch of Chainsaw Man, they say this is a series you want. Next I have here, you see, the reason why I have it like this is just because that's how it fits. This is Tokyo Revengers. I love Tokyo Revengers. This is one of my favorite series that is currently out. So this is Tokyo Revengers here. He goes into the past to save the love of his dreams, to figure out, because in the future she ends up dying. I'm butchering now, but I've said it other in Hall's better, but I thoroughly enjoyed the series. One of my favorite series is currently going out right now. The series is finished digitally. A lot of people did not like the ending, but I'm enjoying the journey so far. I have no idea how it goes. I don't want to know, but I'm hoping that the journey is good enough that I'll be okay no matter what the ending happens. Next we have Delicious in the Dungeon, which is now getting an anime adaptation. So many people love this series. Man, if you're looking just for a bit of a comedy with some cooking and action, this might be the series for you. And last is Sunny. Now these are lovely hardcovers that they came out with. The reason I picked this up series is because it just won so many rewards. And when a series wins awards, I want to seek to understand why do people love this series so much. So because of that, I went ahead and picked that one up. And then next I have Barunko Hours. If you're like, Scott, what is a series you're proud of that you have that's just probably my rarest series if I were to try to resell? This is that series. As some of these volumes are just so hard to find. Some of these volumes I have just look brand new. And then other ones I have are library copies, but that's okay. I don't mind having library copies as long as I could collect the series. This was I had a thing going on for a while called On the Road to Legend, because I felt it'd be legendary to try to get this series. So I am so happy to be able to collect this series. Again, some of these ones just look brand new, so beautiful. And then other ones, not so much, but that's okay. Here's the volume that's the hardest. There's some stickiness on here. It's another story, but this is so hard to find. It's a library copy. I don't like this on there. I'm going to try to see if I can mark some of that off with sandpaper, but this volume goes for over $200 online. Luckily, if you're like, man, I want to check out the series, but Scott, I don't have the patience, or I think it's one I could ever really collect, I agree. If I wasn't already almost most of the way doing that, I would just check this out. This is on the New Viz Media app. So if you're looking for a series on the New Viz Media app, this one's extremely hard to find. I don't know if it'll ever be reprinted. I would check that out. This is sticky here. I started removing this off of the book itself, where it has this library binding that goes through the whole thing. Like this one here, I've learned that's probably not wise to do, as it's completely sticky. I have not put some Gooby Gone yet. You're like, Scott, why not? Well, because Scott wanted to do a video showing you what to do if your book is this sticky. I have not done that yet, but I might try to fully see if I can peel more of this off without ruining the book, but it has not gone well so far. Next up, to show you what we have here, we have a Barakamon over here. This is complete. This is a series I was so happy that Yen Press brought back. This is a slice of life series. A lot of calligraphy. A lot of people love this series. My daughter enjoyed this, so I do need to read it, as I know it's a fast read. This is a bride story. Man, the artwork in this is just absolutely gorgeous. This is from the same creator as Emma. I appreciate, like Emma, they did the hardcovers for this, Yen Press has. But this series, I have 1 through 10. I am now needing to get the next 3 volumes, and then I have like 14, I think, is coming out too soon. And then last, we have some room here for those 3 volumes when I get them, is the Record of Ragnarok. This is a literally battle royale series. Go ahead and leave your brain on the couch, grab some popcorn. This is just good, fun battle, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it for what it is. So if you're looking for a series that is just focused on the battle itself, you're going to like Record of Ragnarok. And my friends, we're halfway through this ish. This is the first 2.5 shelves. Okay, my friends, we are now on shelf number 4. Let's go ahead and open up these beautiful doors to see what do we have inside and in store for you. First, on this very bottom here, Igami the Ultimate Limit. Now, this series is not complete. I am missing volume 5 and 10, so because of that, I have not started this murder detective series, which I've heard many good things. On the bottom here, we have lovely Emma, the hardcovers, another series that was so out of print for so long. Yen Press decided to go ahead and bring it back. So happy they did, but oh, Emma. And then next we have the Blank Canvas 1 through 5. This is another artist series. I heard it's better than Blue Period. I haven't read it yet, but Professor Otaku just loved and raved the series so much. I was like, you know what, for 5 volumes, I gotta go pick this up. Have not read it yet, no excuse, but it's on my back order radar soon. Here's Real. I picked this up just because once they brought 15, they reprinted 1 through 3, and I thought this was really interesting. I'm going to show this to you, but just to see to give you an idea for the in-between prints for Real, I'm going to show you here. If you can see, we have first printing was July 2028, and then the second, sorry, not 28. First printing was July 28. First printing was 08. Second printing is December 2021, and I just thought that was incredible how long in between prints. That's over 10 years. So because of that, and it's a series I've just heard really good things, I was like, you know what, we're gonna pick it up. My hope is by next year we should see the rest of the series reprinted. High Score Girl by Square Enix. This series is about this boy and girl couple. She is better at arcade games than him. Oh no, I wonder what's gonna happen in that. And then we have Summertime Rendering, which I did a review for. So if you're wondering, what do I think about Summertime Rendering? Highly recommend checking out this review, but I will say it was very, very good. And then last on the bottom here, we have The Beginning After the End. This is really good. It reminds me of Musho Tensei, except not the perviness of it. So if you're looking for an isekai series that has that Musho Tensei feeling but without the perviness, I just thought these first 2 volumes were great. Now, a next series, if again, going back to reviews, highly recommend checking out. You can see what my thoughts are of Call the Night, but this is a series I have thoroughly enjoyed. This is on the Shown Sunday line. I really like Call of the Night. This has been a great series. And then Twin Star Exodus, I have not started. You might be wondering, Scott, why haven't I started? It is because I am waiting for the lovely Volume 4 to come in. I don't know when it's going to be reprinted. That's because there. And then now we're going to one of the questions many people are wondering, what is my first series I ever collected? And that is My Hero Academia. I got into manga collecting because I loved My Hero Academia so much. I had to know what was going to happen next. So because of that, I went and I picked up the entire series. And then Vigilante is the series afterwards. There's 15 volumes total. I actually stopped after 12. I'm just waiting out for the last volume to come out. I thought Vigilantes was okay. It got really good where it was headed, and then it went in a direction I did not like. I actually think the guy is not with the right girl. I think they could have made some better decisions in this, but it was good. But I'm just not enjoying the direction. Just because I'm not enjoying direction doesn't mean that you won't. So they say if you like My Hero Academia, you may like Vigilantes. And the small little thing here is when I took my son to see the World Heroes movie. Is that lovely little volume for that. Now, World Heroes, I just thought it was okay, to be honest with you. The second film I thought was incredible, but I was actually kind of bummed out with World Heroes. But that, my friends, is shelf 1 and 2 we have of number 4. Okay, moving on to the next 2 shelves here. We have The Witch and the Beast 1 through 10. This series, not as many people are talking about, but this is a great, incredible, very interesting series as you're following this guy who has his own abilities and this gal here as they hunt different beasts and witches. So as they're hunting different witches, you follow this trio here. As it reminds me a little bit of Claymore, but really interesting. I don't think enough people are talking about it, so it makes me want to do a review just to shed more light on it. Then I have Cells at Work, which I did a review that not too many people seem to want to watch or care about, but I enjoyed the series. My daughter liked it as well, and it could be that being new to YouTube is I just did a terrible job, and that's why the video didn't do too well. But that's okay. I'm learning how to be better at reviews, but I thought it was decent. It was fun and educational, so if you're been on the fence, want to learn more about the human body in a way that can be a bloody good time, Cells at Work. And then Code Black is more the adult version of this person just has not taken good care of their body. They are smoking, they just drinking, and because of that the body's shutting down. So just an interesting take on the body if you're looking to see what happens when you don't take care of itself. And we have Fire Force. I just started collecting this series because the omnibuses just look so nice. I thought of getting the singles, but after they announced the omnibus, I figured let's just head that route since I hadn't collected the series. And you want to know about spines, I love when spines collect together, and this is from the same person that made Soul Eater. And then A Sign of Affection. This is a series I just had many people, I think Laura gushed about the most, so I'm like, all right. It was for a really good sale, so I went and picked this up. I've not started yet, only 6 volumes, one I need to start reading. And then One Dance, this is a dancing manga. This I've heard is just, there's a lot of cast of characters, but they do a great job having you care about those characters. And because I grabbed Blue Period, which is about art and it's something I never thought I'd enjoy, I don't know much about dancing, but if I can find a series that makes me care about a topic, which I didn't have a big thing in before, I think there's something to be said about it. So I have not started this yet. That's one I want to get once the 5th volume comes out, just to give me a good 5 volumes to read at once, to let you know what I think. Next is a series that I have not finished reading yet, which sadly I need to. This is Dorohedoro by the same author, Q Hideshi. She also made Dia Dark, which I've really enjoyed. I watched the anime of Dorohedoro season 1 on Netflix. I'm surprised the second one hasn't come out. Series people just absolutely love it. It's in their top 10. I need to finish. I have no reason. Hell's Paradise I did a review on, which I think did decent for a small channel like me. I think there's over 1,000 views, so hey, I'll take it. This is part of the Unholy Trinity, which also has Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen. But Hell's Paradise, it's complete. I thought it was pretty. I thought it was okay. I think it was 7.5 or an 8. I've noticed when I do reviews, the more I gush about something, I end up talking myself to a higher than I originally put. Then Look Back we have here. This is from the same. This is a one-shot from the Tatsu Fujimoto, who also made Chainsaw Man. I thought Look Back was okay. I actually didn't really care for it as much as I loved his other one-shot Goodbye Area, which is incredible, which you might see later in the video. Ran for the Gray World. I got this series because I just thought the art was absolutely beautiful, and I love these covers. So because of these covers, I just thought these covers looked amazing. The series wasn't expensive to find, so that's why I ended up picking up this series. And this is one of the series that I had someone who was just upset. They say, Scott, I'm just, and maybe it'll get downvoted on this video as well, where they're like, Scott, I just don't like that you pick up series based on recommendations and not what you find yourself. So because of that, I listened to my audience and I picked up this series so I could get something that was thoroughly non-biased. No one ever told me anything. I just thought it looked pretty. It was only 7 volumes. So because of that, I went and I picked up Ran of the Gray World. Let's go ahead and keep checking out what's next. Okay, my friends, next we have these 2 shelves here. I'll be honest with you, I am not a big fan of Funko Pops, but these were given to me, and one of my favorite Marvel movies of all time is the Civil War. So because of that, I have these two pops that go together, them battling it out. So that's why I have this here, but I'm not a Funko Pop person. If you are, that's great. I'm just not a big bobblehead collector, but I just thought these are so cool, so that's why I have them here. And then on these shelves here, we have Dead Dee Dee's Destruction. This is from the same author that did Goodnight Punpun. Now, this series is now complete. It's on my short reading list of when I want to read and do a review. There is going to be an anime adaptation for. And then next is Girls World Tour. This is a slice of life-ish series of After the Apocalypse. Kind of like touring the After Apocalypse. This one, if you like that, you'll like this one. It's only 6 volumes, which is nice. This is The Breaker. This is another manhwa that I don't see too many people talking about, but I thought this was really good. I really enjoyed the first one. There's going to be there's a sequel for this coming out from Ablaze. I'm really glad they brought these out. This is a series if you haven't seen, if you're looking for a Korean battle manga, this is really good. To Your Eternity, I through volume 18. This series, I think through volume 12, I just thought this was so beautiful, amazing. And then I heard the next arc going into the future is not very good. So I have not started yet, but if I had to base a series just off of here, this would be easily in my top 20. This is just absolutely beautiful. I should have done a review while I was reading it, but wasn't politely doing YouTube yet when I was reading the series as a chunk. So I have this here and need to keep reading. Now this series, speaking of slice of life, this is absolutely beautiful. I also made my original top 10 list of prints for last year, as well as my summer recommendations. If you're looking for a summer reading, this one is just such a good slice of life series. You're following this robot girl who has a coffee shop. They're in the future. There's a little bit of mystery, but man, beautiful, beautiful series. Highly recommend checking out if you have not already. Going next, we have the Ancient Manga's Pride. I picked this up because people say if you like Witch Hat Atelier, you should check out this series. That's why I have that. This is Skip and Loafer. I love this series. I'm sad that my review did not do very well. I thought I did a good job on the review, but I don't even know if I have 200 people viewed it, but oh, so good. I'm gonna leave a little... Man, if you had to watch anything after my whole series here, this is now in my top 10 of all time. This is so beautiful. It made me want to be a better person. The high school antics, this is so good. The anime's out. I can't gush about this enough. You've got to check out Skip and Loafer if you've not already. Check out my review, but if you don't, that's okay. I'm still learning how to be a better YouTuber, but I love Skip and Loafer, and I think you would as well. Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible, 1 through 8. I think there's 12 volumes total in the series. I haven't started this yet. This is because of Viz Media price increase. I picked this up. This is the Faraway Paladin. I picked this up because it was on the Right Stuff anime sale, and just the synopsis sounded really interesting. I don't know anyone who's read the series, but I just thought it looked really interesting. This is from J Novel, so because of that, I went ahead and picked up this series and ordered it, and I just need to read it now. It's a isekai-ish story, but I just thought it looked really interesting. And then we'll go ahead and move these here so you can see what's behind. And I think you know what one of them is based off of this here, since it just says it. But Blood on the Tracks. This made my top 10 of all time. Wow, this series, Blood on the Tracks. What can I say? Phenomenal series. It's one series. It's a super fast read. This is by Shuzo Zumi. I will say, if you're wondering, Scott, is there any series you've dropped and just don't have anymore? His other series, Happiness, I just could not stand. I have a review of that video where it was not good. It was not good. I'll probably get downvoted for that, but that's okay. If you want to upvote, just more power to you, but that's okay too. I'm just happy to know what you guys think in total anyways, but Blood on the Tracks is so good. His mom's manipulative, and I'm just like, man, what's going to happen next? Oh, so many oh no moments. Just read the first volume, and it'll give you an idea if this is something you want, but I will say there is some trigger warning, so if you've dealt with some in the past of manipulative people, it can be triggered by that, but man, so good. Cross Game, I'm just waiting for this to be reprinted so I can go ahead and read this lovely baseball series, which I just heard so many good things. Noragami, the Stray God, the Economy series. Now this lovely Noragami here is a god who people aren't really paying attention to anymore. The series is almost done. There's 27 volumes total. 26 is about to come out in America. 27th I bet we'll get sometime next year, and then I can go ahead and finish this series. I read the first couple volumes and I actually liked it enough that I went and I picked up the rest, but I did not continue reading on. Shame on me as always. Okay folks, we're now at the last two shelves here on Billy number 4, Fruit Basket. This is a collector edition. This is people's favorite shoujo series of all time. Many people gush about it. I love that Yen Press came out with this collector's edition for that. This is Pluto. This made my top 10 of all time. This is number 3. Love Pluto. If you've not checked it out so far, highly recommend checking out this series by Misura. So good. As you see this future world where robots and humans try to live together. There's only 8 volumes. You gotta check it out. Aria, the Masterpiece Edition. This series is so beautiful. Slice of Life series. Man, the Masterpiece is so good. I'm so glad that Right Stuff Anime ended up joining with Tokopop to go ahead and reprint this out. Almost like a sort of a Kickstarter sort of crowdfunding. I'm very glad this came out. My daughter loves the series. I try not to have her reread it too much, as I just want to keep this in good condition. But if you're looking for another Slice of Life series, so good. I heard this is one of the ones that you want to actually listen to the soundtrack while you're reading it. Just ups the experience. Planets. Planets is from the same author as Vinland Saga. This is so good. 2 volumes. I got a little teary-eyed towards the end, but if you're looking for a shorter series that's only a couple of volumes, these 2 volumes here, it's great series. And down here we have the Apocrypha Diaries. This I originally got because it was from a great sale and was highly recommended, so that's why I picked it up. Sakamoto Days. This series was one of my favorite series that came out last year. It's a newer series. I love how fast these are being put out by Viz. This has been just a fun series. It's funny. You're following this overweight assassin who's retired, and now people are coming, his past is coming to haunt him, and it's been such a fun series. Very entertaining. Just a typical shown series. And then we have Kiriko's Basketball. This series, I was looking for just another sports manga. I've really gotten into sports manga lately, and this one got finally reprinted. So because of that, I went and picked it up, and I was surprised that I got series a lot faster than I thought I would. Is it as good as Slam Dunk? Probably not, but still, if you're looking for another sports series, and you're probably wondering, Scott, what's behind all this lovely stuff over here? Well, behind this door here, we have Ajin 1 through 17. This is complete. I have a review of Ajin. If you're actually, this is what's cool about YouTube, is the first when I did this review, Ajin did terrible. I think I had like 40 views, and then over time, more people watched it, and it's now become one of my better review series, where I think there's over 1,000 views, which for me is a lot for my small channel. So I appreciate that over time the video has gotten better. That's why I don't remove anything. For some YouTubers, their worst videos they actually take down after a while. I've chosen to leave my videos up because you never know what might be helpful for somebody later on in life. So that's why I still have it up. It's one of my earlier review videos, but Ajin, this is a so good. A lot of oh snap moments. Has one of the better villains I've read in a long time. Random 1/2. This is by the same author who's done Inuyasha. I have not started Ranma 1/2 just because I'm missing 2 volumes. I ordered this series over a year and a half ago, and I'm just waiting for the last volume and the one in between here to be reprinted once. I think it's 16 and 19. Once those are reprinted, this is one of the series I've been wanting to read right away. I've just heard so many good things. Hilarity too. It's an old school oldie but a goodie. But that is why I've not read Ranma 1/2. Congratulations if you made it this far. Let's go ahead and keep going and moving on to Billy number 5. Okay folks, let's go ahead and open up these Augsburg doors to see shelf number 5. So Billy number 5, the first 2 shelves on here, we have Vagabond. Man, I love these spines. This is phenomenal. I have not read the series yet. No excuse for this. This is on my list to read by the end of the year, just from school as well as work and doing YouTube. It's a lot, and trying to catch up with just my current reading list, but this is on the short list to read, and my goal is to read this sometime this year to give you my thoughts on this. But man, this just looks incredible. Death Note, the only reason why I have this is I've seen the anime twice. once by myself and once again with my wife. She enjoyed it as well. I felt weird as a collector not having Death Note. Short stories are nice. And then I have Under Ninja. The first one was underwhelming, but it's by the same author as I Am Hero. I'm giving it to breathe. It's by Dempa, so it'll be a while for the second and the third volume, but I'm hoping it does go up from here. And on the back of here, we have Boys Abyss #1. Man, talk about dark and depressing. This is on the same lines of Goodnight Pun Pun. Not sure if the series is for me, and I'll continue it, but I am going to get the next couple of volumes to see if it does line up a little bit. But man, if you're into dark and depressing series like Goodnight Pun Pun, this might be for you. Coming down here, we have Elusive Samurai. This is really good. It's one of my favorite series that came out last year from the Shonen Jump line, dealing with this boy who ends up losing everything, and now he's trying to gain his kingdom back. A lot of neat historical information just based on historical events, a lot of battles. So good. Yakuza Family, if you like Spy X Family, this is scratches that same itch. I think Spy X Family is better, but this is still pretty good. Blue Box is phenomenal. This is not quite a sports series, not quite a romance series, has sprinkles of comedy into it, but man, really good series. This is probably one of my favorite series by the Shonen Jump line right now, and the artwork is just chef's kiss, phenomenal. Kimi no Toke here. This series is a very popular shoujo series. I'm so happy that Viz reprinted it. The reason why I didn't read it, I was waiting so long for, I think, volume 9 to be reprinted, and it finally did, so I have the whole series. Just haven't gone around to it. But I know you're wondering what's behind these lovely shelves here. Well, let's go ahead and move things out of the way so you can see what else I have collected. And behind the shelves here, when things aren't falling, we have The Promised Neverland Season 1, phenomenal. Season 2, it's just okay. We also have the lovely short stories as well as more of a prologue to it. I would recommend, if you've been looking for Promised Neverland, is go ahead and get the box set that is now announced. And speaking of box sets, Demon Slayer, I do not have the box set. I wish I had the box set of this because, hey, that gives me more shelf space for other things. I could put the box set somewhere else. But because not, I have this here. Now, Demon Slayer, if you're wondering, Scott, what was the second series you ever purchased? After My Hero Academia, it was Demon Slayer, and then I think it was Dr. Stone, or it might have been Dr. Stone, then Demon Slayer, but I love the first season of the anime so much. I was like, man, I gotta find out what happens next. So because of that, I went and picked up the whole series on Right Stuff Anime. And of course, I got the volumes as they were coming out. So because the box set wasn't announced yet, I had some of the volumes anyways. So because of that, I didn't want to try to get rid of this and just to get the box set. So even though that would have been better. Let's go ahead and head down to the next shelf. Okay, now to the next two shelves. You're wondering, Scott, why don't I have anything in between it? Just like the other ones before, why I don't have anything behind it is these stick out a little bit and just wouldn't make room. So because of that, these next shelves, we don't have a bunch of extra stuff in front of it. So we have the Land of the Lustrous. This is a hidden gem of a series. It's one of my favorite series of all time. It was on hiatus. Came back. The volume 12 is about to come out. I'm about to reread this series because I need to give a review about it just because I want other people to experience the series. But it's in my top 10 of all time. Phenomenal series. You've got to check out. This is a hidden gem. Not enough people are talking about it. You need to read Land of the Lustrous if you're not already. Well, Dekoi, Love is Hard for Otaku. This is complete. This is a good adult romance. I read the first volume. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Just haven't gotten to it. Blue Period. This is one of my favorite series of all time too. This has to deal with the world of art. This is one of my first review videos I did. I think it was the second or third review I did. I really enjoy Blue Period. This also made my top 10 of all time. If you're looking for a different type of series, this just has so much about, man, wanting to be a better person, go after your goals and your dreams. As also as I learned a lot about the world of art and gave me appreciation of something I didn't know I needed to appreciate. So good. Witch Hat Atelier. This is probably one of my favorite manga of all time. Probably would now hit my number 2 whenever I do my new top 10 series of all time. I love Witch Hat Atelier. The story, the lore, the artwork. Beautiful series. The only reason why it's not number 1 is because this series only has 10 volumes and it just has not stood the test of time yet like the series that is my number 1. So because of that, this would probably be my number 2. I love Witch Hat Atelier. if hands down anything you hear from my whole collection, you should check out Witch Hat Atelier if you've not already. Oshe no Ko. This is phenomenal series. I love the first volume so very much. This, after continuing reading series, I have a feeling this could easily go into my top 20, maybe in my top 10. So good as you're following this person who ends up dying, and now this person ends up dying in the series, and then that makes it so they have now are an idol, and then as an idol you get to follow them as they died. Now they reawaken as an idol, and you're following their life, and it's like they have their memories from their past as well as their new, and it's just so good. I've gotten tears. It's a bit wordy, but so good, phenomenal. One of the best series to come out this year. And then the next series, I thought the first volume was okay, but I know a lot of people love the series, is Honey Lemon Soda. I got the series that came out this year because I wanted to seek to understand why other people like it. I'm waiting to get the second and third volume, which I believe will be in my next haul, and then I can tell you whether or not, because actually, yeah, it's on my reading pile right now, second, third volume, I just got it, and then I'll be able to tell you more about what I think about the series. My daughter, who is 12, really did and like this volume. She liked it, and then here's my lovely, this is Morgana. This is from Persona 5, which is one of my favorite video games of all time. I like Persona 4 more the cast of characters, but Persona 5 was so good, so that's why he sits here as our lovely mascot to be able to show you all the lovely manga we have here. We next have Inuyasha. What's interesting is I got this from the Christmas sale 2 years ago, and then all the volumes I got except 16. 16 didn't come out until December the year later. I waited over a year for this to be reprinted, and now I'm so glad to have it. Just haven't read it yet just because it was so long. Goodbye Eerie, phenomenal one-shot. This is one, probably if I had to rank, if you said, Scott, what's your favorite one-shot series of all time? It's going to be Goodbye Eerie. This is so good for a long one-shot. And then a newer series I'm also raving about besides Osho no Ko is Don't Call It Mystery. It is a bit wordy, but this is a great shoujo series. You're following kind of like this detective, almost like a Sherlock Holmes, but better. Very good, very entertaining first two volumes, and I'm gripped to find out what happens next. Let's go ahead and move on below. Okay, moving on to our shelves here, we start with Fly Me to the Moon. This is from the same author as Hayate, the Combat Butler. This is their newer series. If you're looking for an adult slice-of-life rom-com series, this might be for you. And it's nice as they start off getting married, so you're not wondering, oh, will they get married at the end? No, you don't have to worry about it. They're already married, so you get to follow their life already together. And then we have Yu Yu Hakusho by the same author as Hunter x Hunter. I love the anime growing up when I was in high school. So I ended up picking up the series. I'm so glad I got reprinted. And another series I have after that is No Longer Heroine. This was recommended by Laura. I picked it up and I've enjoyed the first 3 volumes. It is a train wreck seeing this girl who she's slowly becoming the villain. And it's not working out too well for her, but very good. It's one I recommend checking out. Not enough people talk about. Down below here we have Beasters, and we actually have the entire series. It was one that was on my list to read for a while. I have not gotten to it, and I need to read the series and then give you a review, tell you what I think. 20th Century Boys, this made my number 2 manga of all time. I love 20th Century Boys. You might be able to kind of see through here if you look closely. There's a picture with all the spines here, but it's a little hard to see, so I like spines when put together, it makes a picture, but it's okay. This is kind of, reminds me a little bit of Lost, where you have flash forwards, flashbacks, past, present. What is currently going on is insane, phenomenal story. One of my favorite stories of all time by No Kurosawa. I love 20th Century Boys. Highly recommend checking it out. And because we want to know what's behind all this goodness here. Well, this might not be goodness, depends who you are. A lot of people love Jujutsu Kaisen. Me, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Jujutsu Kaisen, I stopped reading after volume 11. I just got kind of bored with it, which feels bad. And then here comes the Shibuya arc, which people say is phenomenal. So I need to pick up the series again and read it so I can go ahead and give more of my thoughts. And it's one I've said for a long time I want to do a review from the Unholy Trinity. after doing one for Chainsaw Man and doing one for Hell's Paradise, it would be wrong if I don't eventually do a review for Jujutsu Kaisen. Next is the World Trigger. This is one I've been wanting to read for a while. I hear this has one of the best battle fights ever. And World Trigger, if you follow and see what are the top manga in Japan, this is in the top 20 that people absolutely love, but for some reason has not made as much of a splash in the States. Might be because I heard the anime wasn't as good. Now, I waited almost 2 years to get this series, as volume 1, 2, and 3 were almost impossible to find. And 5, almost impossible to find. They were finally reprinted. This is on my shortlist order. I need to go and check out. I'd love to do a review and hopefully be able to see why people in Japan love this series so much. Okay, now let's move on to the bottom. We're almost there from shelf 5. Like I've said before, if you're finding any value from this video, would you go and smash that like button to let me know that you've appreciated this long video of the whole collection. Here is Higurashi When They Cry. I did a review video to let you know what I think of the series, but so good. I'm so glad I have Higurashi When They Cry. I'm so happy that Yen Press chose to reprint it. I do hope that they do reprint Yuma Meko. I have asked over and over again. I even asked at the panel, would you please reprint the sequel to this? It has not happened yet. This is the new Higurashi that's currently out. I'm waiting for the second one to go ahead and see what I think about it, because like here they have these different arcs, and there's a second arc for this, and then it's complete. I also have Blue Giant here, not in order that it should be. It's because I'm currently reading it. That will be one of my next review videos that you see coming up. After Grand Blue Dreaming, that's going to be my review video. I'll tell you more about it. So far, I'm thoroughly enjoying this series about the world of jazz. This is other Higurashi. This is a demon exposing arc. It annoys me that this one is bigger than the rest. One of these things are not like the other one. One of these does not belong. Well, this little lovely side story, for some reason, they chose to put in the bigger print. So because of that, it does not fit and does not get to be on this shelf like I'd like it to. Going next, we have number 6, the Omnibus. I love that Kodansha made these big Omnibus versions of this. And it's just like that because we can't fit anywhere else. If you see on my shelf how I could do this better, fit, organized, let me know, because I feel like I run out of room. Blade of the Immortal is here. Good singing series. If you like Vagabond, they say you'll like Blade of the Immortal. That's complete. And then next we have here is Fist of the North Star. I do appreciate, I like how we have the lovely blood splatter connections here from the spine, as well as we have our lovely volume 8, and we have volume 9 of the series just set up the way it is because that's how they're able to get to fit. And then last we have the Flowers of Evil, which is by the same author as Happiness, which I shared before I wasn't a fan of, as well as Blood on the Tracks, which is phenomenal. Now Flowers of Evil is also very good. It's not for everyone, but I really did appreciate for what it was. The story went in ways that I didn't expect, and it had a very interesting conclusion. So if you're looking for something a little different, if you like his other works and you have not already, this is probably one of his most popular ones, but I would probably rank Blood on the Tracks definitely, in my opinion, better than Flowers of Evil, but this was a very, very interesting series. So let's go ahead and close this up here, and we'll check out the last of the shelf. You've almost made it. Congratulations. Thank you so much for going through this with me. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and check out the last of the 5.5 shelves here. As we open these lovely doors here, on the very bottom, we have Zom 100. This is by the same author as, oh, this is nice. Right next to it is the lovely Alice in Borderland. So good. This is Apocalypse version with zombies. Fun. This is more of a comedy series. Alice in Borderland, phenomenal. This is like a battle royale survival series. The live action on Netflix is also very good. So Alice in Borderland, incredible. And then we have Yowamushi Pedal. I have the entire series here. I just put it in a way, again, I'm just trying to get everything to fit. So because of that, that's why you see everything here the way that it is. And what's nice is I actually can fit quite a bit of the series behind here, as you can see. And it does go pretty deep back to the shelves here. So this is nice. That allows it so I can fit everything this way. It's not the way I'd rather have all these lovely spines having here, but with all the spines together for a Yaomushi pedal, because there are these 2-in-1 like bricks, I mean, it's a really nice for the sports series, the cycling. It just takes so much room. So because of that, I went ahead and I had to do it this way just so I could fit everything on the shelves here. Again, I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan where I need to clean up this volume here, but I ended up getting this one for free because of the condition it was in, but hey, I'll take it. I am so grateful I have this series, but there we go for that. And then let's go ahead. Above here is Slam Dunk, the other series that's on my list. I still need to read this year. It's on my bucket list. If you saw my How to Achieve Your Goals video at the beginning of the year, I talked about Monster, Vagabond, and Slam Dunk for the series I wanted to read. So I need to go ahead and get into this as soon as possible. The girl on the other side, I wish they announced the collector editions before that, so I would have collected that instead, but that's okay. I got this because I thought the artwork was just absolutely gorgeous, and because of how phenomenal that looked, I went and I picked up this series to read it. And then at the very back here, you see we have candy and cigarettes. Oh, I love how they have it pressed here. It feels so nice. Little glossiness they have here, so shiny. So this is an Assassin series, so those are the ones we have here. And I know you want to know, Scott, what is behind all this? That is a great question, because I'm not even sure until I start moving back here. And oh, would you look at that, my friends? We have Hunter x Hunter. Now Hunter x Hunter I have is complete. This series, it's been on hiatus for so long, and recently is no longer on hiatus. Volume 37 will be out soon. So this series, I love the anime so much, I wanted to get the manga, which continues forward. I think these volumes continue past, these 4 volumes go past the anime. So if you've watched the anime, absolutely loved it, but didn't want to go ahead and reread everything, you can go ahead and just go past there. And man, even the volume, man, the artwork looks incredible. I love Hunter x Hunter. The anime is just so good. And then Kaiju number 8 is a phenomenal series. That is more of a newer one that I've thoroughly enjoyed and I continue getting back to, and I love the colors they do here as well on the covers. This one is a guy who ends up turning into a kaiju. It's also a comedy, which is funny, and you also get to see how he's trying to achieve his dreams to stand to the girl next to her, and now he has these powers. So very good show and series that is recent new. All right, my friends, moving on here, we have Golden Kamuy. This is complete, and other than the last 2 volumes, the last volume I think is coming out this January. Such a phenomenal series. I have a review of it. It's not quite cooking, not quite action, not quite historical. Check out my review. You can see more of what I think about this series. Though I will say I highly recommend checking out if you've not already. Next is Goodnight Punpun here. I even like how you can see the little face here. Man, such a dark series. I might not have been intelligent enough. I know this is on a lot of people's top 10. This would not be in my top 10, not even in my top 20 or 30, I think, just because I might not have been intelligent to understand. I will say, if I had to say the premise of the story, you're following a very, very sad story. In the end, I would just say what's important is to have friends and people who can value and be with you when times are tough. Don't think that really spoils anything, but I know for a lot of people it's a tearjerker where they were depressed for days. I was not depressed for days for this. That reminds me, I used to have, but I don't anymore, is No Longer Human. That made me super depressed. That put me in a funk to the point where I made a small video about that in 3 minutes saying I don't recommend it. And then I have Soul Lane, which is a great one-shot by Asano here, which I really did enjoy. So I recommend if you're looking for another good one-shot that also has incredible artwork, highly recommend Soul Lane. I will say Goodnight Punpun did have some of the best artwork I've ever seen in a manga. Coming up next here, we have on the shelf, we have Love is War. This series is by the same author as Oshe no Ko. Now the series is almost to its conclusion. I think there's 28 volumes total in the series. The last volume is coming out, I think, sometime April next year. So my plan is just to wait until that volume, and then I'm going to read this whole series because I love Oshe no Ko so much. I want to get and read this right away. I'm just waiting for that to finish. We have Maljunai Remix. This I'm waiting to get for volume 9. I almost had volume 9 and I got it on eBay for I think $37, and it just never showed up. Luckily they refunded me, so I'm just trying to find this affordable because I want to get that. Here's Emerson Shadows, which I did a review for. This is great. If you like the anime, I would highly recommend the manga as well. I think the manga does a little bit more justice on just making it funny. I think it does more better on the panels. And we got to see what's behind these doors. Well, as you see here, this is I Am a Hero. This is the first review I ever did, and I decided to do reviews. Is when I started my channel, I was actually reading I Am a Hero, and I said, man, let's do a review. Did not do very well, but you know, when you start a channel off, you learn a lot along the way. But this is my first review I ever did. I Am a Hero. For a lot of people did not like the ending. I would say for a zombie series, it is good. If you like zombie apocalypse series, I'd say it's a very satisfying ending for that. And then after that, what we have here is Bungo Stray Dogs. I waited a long time for the series to be reprinted, as so many volumes took over a year to be reprinted, and because of that, I just haven't touched the series yet. And then we got the Stray Dog Beast, as I heard this was really good. So I have this as well. Just waiting for an opportunity to be able to go ahead and start reading the series. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay, moving on. A little tight on space as I have a closet to the side of me over here. But let's go ahead and check out. Here's Yona of the Dawn. This has been one of my daughter's favorite series currently ongoing, and she just loves the series so much. I have Son of a Komi Can't Communicate here. I have more in the back. This is one of my favorite series of all time. It's just so funny. It's lighthearted. I love Komi Can't Communicate. Here's Eyes, which is a series I never thought I would get, but I ended up getting for a great deal. This volume alone, for some reason, goes for over $150 typically. I was grateful to get the entire series for less than, I think, $10 a volume. And then we also have Kasumi a Kiss. Now, this series was recently reprinted, and I just had to get it, but this is another highly recommended shoujo series. Let's go ahead and move to see what we have underneath for all of you. And through moving here, we'll see we have One Punch Man itself. Now, One Punch Man is a hilarious series, but right now I am ready for the current arc to be done. I don't need this arc anymore. It's very funny. I've enjoyed the series. As you're seeing this man who's trying to continue on with his life, hoping to someday find an opponent worthy of him, and fortunately he can just beat everyone with one punch. But it's very, very funny. Because of how he looks, people don't think very highly of him, nor think he's very skilled. I do appreciate when they've done the spines like this for a couple of them. I wish they would continue doing that, but they haven't. Here's Banana Fish. This is another series that I waited over a year and a half to get. I ended up getting it from a shoujo sale on Right Stuff Anime, and then of course once it was finally reprinted, then it was on their, I think their Christmas sale last year, but after waiting so long. But here's Banana Fish. I read the first volume. I thought it was pretty good. I just need to continue that series. And let's go ahead and move on and push what's behind here for you. After Yona of the Dawn, which is another series which I thoroughly enjoy, is we have Black Clover here. Now, Black Clover is a series that after reading, this is one of the few series that actually broke my rule. That rule where I'm only going to read the first 5 volumes, and if I don't like it, I'm not going to continue. Well, Black Clover, for some reason, I just felt in my gut I needed to keep pushing through. So I kept pushing through, and it took me, which volume was it? Volume 8. It wasn't until volume 8, and once I read volume 8, it clicked. It became on its own a phenomenal series. Really, really enjoy this. Now, they recently announced we're going to get, I think, 1 chapter every 3 months, so it's going to be a while now for the series. I'm ready for the current arc. Once it's done, it's going to be a while for us to get Black Clover now, but it's such a great series. It is on its last arc right now, currently being in print, but I'm only caught it physically, but such a great series. It has become a fan favorite. Let's go ahead and check out the last of the shelves. Okay, let's go ahead and now talk about the last of the shelves here. We have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We have part 1, part 2, which I have a review for either of those if you're interested. 2 was really good. I thought 1, for what it was actually good as well. We have number 3, which I want to read next. It was something I was planning on reading, and then when I got asking the community poll what you'd like to see me read next, it was one on the bottom of the list. So because I haven't started Joseph's Enter Part 3 because I haven't started Part 3. That's why I haven't started Part 4. And then we have here lovely Part 5. And then we have the Thus Spoke the Rowan. Reason why I haven't read these two one-shots is I know I need to read further of the series before I can do that. So because of that, he hasn't been introduced yet. That's why I haven't read that yet. Or was he introduced in the second one? I don't remember. It's been a while. I need to catch up. And then Vinland Saga, phenomenal series in my top 10 of all time. So that's why you see right here is Vinland Saga. So good. I love this series so much. Highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already. First season anime is really good. Did not read didn't see the second season, but really enjoyed Vinland Saga. So as you can see here, that is all. Congratulations for making it this far. And you're like, Scott, don't you have more? How the heck is this 3,000? You're right, I do have more. Let's go ahead and just briefly check out some box sets. Okay, now before we actually show you my box sets, I do want to give you a little sneak peek of what my next haul is, because if you count everything I have, it's gonna be like, Scott, there's no way there's 3,000 here. Well, if we count everything here, that's gonna be in my next haul. As you can see, picked up some more volumes. I keep everything off to the side for my haul videos since they're once a month, and there's a ton of good manga just waiting to be found in there as well. So because of that, this is closed off, and that's why when you count everything individually, you're gonna be like, whoa, I only counted 2,960. How the heck do you have 3,000? Well, for that person who is counting, I assure you the manga is here, and then after I show you my next haul, you should be able to see that yes, we have 3,000. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you up top here. These are where I have fit all my box sets. Here's my little room tour. We have our little light there that helps for you to see everything better. I have a robe. My kids drew a picture that's on there. But up top here, I'll go ahead and we'll go through real quickly. I'm going to do a separate video that just explains all the boxes in more detail, just because this video is already pretty long. But up top we have Claymore, followed by Pandora Hearts. We have Host Club, and then we have Tokyo Ghoul, Tokyo Ghoul Re, then Bakuman, the clean box set, and then we have Princess Jellyfish. Up top of the very three in the white, that's Bleach. Below Bleach to the left is Full Metal Alchemist, followed by Naruto. All three Narutos. And then we have the 4 box sets of One Piece. Above One Piece is Rosario the Vampire series. And then in the corner here we have Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and the Akira box set. Whew! Now that is a lot of manga, my friend. And just to let you know, as a special bonus, I also thought I'd show you, here is my current to be read pile of new series that I got, which will also be on my next haul video for you. I just wanted to give you another sneak peek of what I'm currently reading, which is right now with the bookmark, Oshinoko no Volume 3. Oh, so good. That means I must have got Volume 2. It might be in that box. So, if you'd like to see more content like this, if you've not done so already, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That helps others know about this community that we have built together. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. It is viewers like you. Sorry, I feel like a PBS info commercial when I say that, but it's viewers like you that truly help this to move forward. I greatly appreciate your views, your comments, your encouragement. I'm just happy to be helpful. I never thought I'd be this far in my journey, and it's just been a phenomenal, fun experience. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being a part of this community and us building this dream together. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll hope to see you in the comments below.